if you're a class that does that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, long rests. Those are nice.
I think sorcerers only get to change on level up, right?
Correct.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I did do long rest already.
Idiot sorcerer.
Do I want to? Oh,
Guess
'cause
what?
we
I
have
don't
our
get to
snack.
change my spells ever.
You're not even supposed to have
Be
spells,
sad
okay?
you guys don't have a
Exactly.
wizard in the party anymore.
No, that's a good thing.
Wizards
don't belong here.
So then, oh, right, I forgot the entire campaign. Oh. Right, you guys are free to interact with one another if you want to, or you can head up the mountain. You can leave Lady Rindra here, or invite her to come along with you, because I know that's a thing you would do. Recap, that giant is up there offering to perform a ritual to stop the storm and let you guys get up to the top. It wants Spencer's sword to make it easier. But that's
I'm
up
sure
to
it
you.
does.
So with that in mind, what will you guys do?
I'll probably go talk to Lady Rindra for a minute.
All right.
Or maybe I'm trying to decide if I should wait till later or not. So we're going up without her, right?
Probably. Spencer doesn't want to bring her, and he doesn't think the giant will want.
Also does not want to bring her, but understands how fickle the whole situation is.
And like, we're really not caring about being the first people to the top of the mountain. We won't even tell people that we did this. Oh, Fippix got back. Great, good job. Like, I'll still honor that part of our contract that she can be the first reported person to the top of the mountain, because that's a bunch of high wizard hocus pocus mumbo jumbo that I don't care about.
Wizard hocus pocus.
Yeah.
Merwin is going to hold off for now on talking to her, although she's very much thinking about it. Because Ark has given her no good reason not to turn him in yet, but in fairness, they've barely talked, so.
Well, I was gonna say to everyone that, you know, the lady might want her coin back. And have a problem with that. Not that she doesn't have coin to spare, but I doubt that she'll take kindly to us being there first. And she'll probably get there faster than we will on foot either way, so she'll probably catch up to us. So we're gonna have trouble either way. It's just our choice how we want to choose it.
Or we'll fish the however much it was out of my purse, 10 coin.
I don't know, I didn't take it.
I honestly don't remember.
Now I gotta go through chat logs. It's so far back. You all chat entries.
Wait, what does Raoul want to do?
Raoul said if you want less of a problem, even though it'll probably be a problem anyway, you should give that money back that she paid you to bring her to the top of the mountain.
But here's the thing, if we give her the money back, she will know we're trying to climb then. And that's going to be trouble in of itself.
That's true, then I suppose we should expect trouble regardless.
Maybe we should bring her along then.
I mean, that's the easiest way to make sure there's no trouble, but maybe I wasn't paid to protect. I guess I was literally paid to protect her, but
Are y'all sitting and talking about this in front of Merwin?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then I'd kind of like to know what's going on with the giant.
Raoul's gonna wave his hand at her kind of dismissively and say, it offered to help us to the mountains as there's some kind of disconnect with the peak and the top. But the voice said to me and any of you that would have cared to ask that her father isn't to be it's going to cause us a problem if we cause waves.
By consorting with giants?
No, by upsetting her.
Yeah, she's the daughter of a powerful arch wizard. She's a pretty good wizard herself, from what I've seen.
And all she
makes me
cares
wanna
about is getting to the top first.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen plenty of that sort in my time, and I don't much care for their preferences.
And Arcanon's gonna say, something that we can both relate to. Arcanon says, unfortunately, upsetting an arch wizard often means death in this day and age. Sometimes very gruesome deaths.
I was going to say we can all relate to it, but the fact of the matter is sometimes we need to work with them, unfortunately.
so should we clue her in on this giant's ritual and invite her with us to avoid a gruesome death by arch wizardness?
And Arcanon's going to say, however, the question then remains, what if she tries to what if what if on our journey we find the Kirin and she decides that this Kirin now belongs to her? What do we do then?
That's a good point.
Is there any way to make her just, forget that she saw us?
If she's dead, she would forget.
Arcanon's gonna be like, well, a long fall off a mountain generally makes people forget.
Rao will say though, that could not even be her true body. Could be the clone spell or party arcana check.
I can't see how much the gold was.
Arcana.
We'll go ahead and assume it's 10. And party arcana check.
Oh yeah. Off to a good start.
I don't see what you rolled yet because I'm doing things.
It's
But
below
I
an
know
8.
it's Raoul, so
Oh, get it! Get it! Good job, guys.
what-
Some of you are smart.
what was
Some
was
of you
that
are
roll
lucky.
for? What was that
Arcana.
roll
I don't know
for?
yet.
Arcana.
Oh.
But it is Arcana, but I don't know why. Oh.
Alright. Okay, Spencer and Mayorwin, I guess.
Oh wait, should I?
You
I
guys
guess I
both
should
know
roll, huh?
that it. Yeah, well, we don't really need Arcanon.
Go for it, Arcanon. Let's see if
Yeah,
you roll
well,
that one for us.
Hey, you were almost as dumb as me if you didn't have a modifier.
Right, so
If you weren't so smart, you'd be
Spencer
as
and
dumb
May-
as me, says Raoul.
well, that statement explains itself. Mayorwin and Spencer, you guys know that there is a way to get a creature to forget something. The Modify Memory spell.
Imagine needing a wizard to do that. Or like the voice, I guess.
Let me
Do
quickly
we
just pop
think
it up to see. Go ahead.
do we think that it's possible to persuade her to meet with the giant? How does she intend to get to the top of this mountain?
She said
She
I don't
intends
think
to use her
acclimating.
enormous intellect to force her way up the mountain. I don't know.
Arcanon says that's why she hired us.
That's
I'm
why
sure.
she supposedly hired us. We only hired on so she wouldn't kill us on sight.
I'm sure she'd just kill the giant, but she didn't share her plans. I don't even know if she has any. She's said she's been acclimating for days.
Um, so you guys are supposed to get her to the top of the mountain, and yet you're worried that she'll be so opposed to your methodology that she'll
When
outright refuse to do it.
when we were
No, we
talking
just
to
don't
her,
want to travel with her.
when we were talking to her, she was very opposed to the idea of like the whole thought of the Kirin. And what we're worried about is that this spoiled brat wizard will see a Kirin, a magical creature that can cast powerful holy spells that she cannot cast on her own, and suddenly be like, "No, you guys can't have this at all. I'm the one to the first one to the top of the mountain anyway, so I get the Kirin."
So Argonaut's gonna explain that our whole reason we're on this mountain is to find the Kirin so that we can kind of harvest its magic for our own.
Oh, not harvest its magic.
Well,
It gets to keep its magic, but
But
request its aid.
she's shown no indication of wanting the Kirin.
She thinks it's a myth and that we're foolish to chase after it.
Argonaut's gonna say, but once she sees that it's real, what then?
I see. And you want this
Uh,
Kirin for what reason?
make a quick insight check, Shannon.
Does the DM echo that? Or is this coming from Spencer?
This is coming from Spencer mostly.
Go ahead.
Alright.
Holy crap.
Yeah, you see this definitely from Spencer and probably from other people, but they can decide what the actual DC was from them. This party does not like wizards as a general rule.
You don't need anything higher than a 9 to know that Ral hates wizards.
Like, it's not just we don't like wizards; we are suspicious of wizards at every turn. We don't trust them. We had a wizard with us, and like most of the party just tolerated her because the voice said to tolerate her. Like it
As
was.
someone who grew up among wizards, I would agree with that assessment.
So you're asking like a lot of questions about why we're doing this, why we're not doing this. We're coming up with the reasons, but you can tell that the main reason is we just don't want to travel with a wizard,
Yeah.
Sheer bias.
and
Okay.
that we do not trust, and especially we do not trust wizards.
William, I'm messaging you on Facebook real fast.
Okay. Do you know how to send a whisper message to a DM in Roll20?
Yeah, but I'm
I mean,
afraid I'll
either
do
way
it
is
wrong.
Hmm.
/W the.
/W space and then the name of whatever player you're
It's
sending
so
it to,
much
or
easier to send it in Discord, though.
Yeah.
I always text William on his phone when I want to send him a message. I send a carrier
He
pigeon when
sometimes
I'm ready
sends
to
me
tell
carrier
William what I'm
pigeons.
thinking.
Smoke signals.
Smoke signals are the way, especially this late at night. That means
I
he could get some
fax
messages.
William the information. I send it to his blueberry was it? No, BlackBerry pager.
Blueberry.
Carrier pager.
Yeah, those blueberries.
those 2004 blueberry pagers.
Yeah, those were so cool back then.
I remember
Blueberry.
playing Brick Game on there. I haven't gotten any messages yet.
You haven't got my whisper message?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were doing it on Facebook.
I was going to, but.
Oh, I see. Okay. Now, we also have the Whisper Chat channel here. If you have a long message, sometimes it's more efficient to just step into there. And for this one, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay. Where is it?
Just below.
In
So on
Discord.
It's a
Discord,
voice chat.
there's the general channel everyone's on, and below there's the Whisper. I'm about to switch over.
Alright, she got it. So, Curtis, how you feeling about this week's games?
About wait, which game?
LCS.
Oh, I mean, I haven't cared that much since I didn't make it into the top 4.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, but it looks like I crushed Dylan. Let's go. Actually, the game's not even over yet. Ooh, I could
Yeah, last one
lose.
is.
It's still in losing range.
Does he have anybody on this in this game?
Yeah, he has
does.
River. He has River.
Golden
mean,
Guardians
River.
is smacking. I don't think
Oh,
they're smacking to the tune of 30 extra points, though.
Schmacking.
Okay.
Okay. But
Welcome back. She asked
Merwin
why
will
we were.
say.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Merwin will say, well, I'm not a particularly persuasive person, but I do have some insight into human nature if you want me to speak with her. To speak with Lady Rindra and see if I can divine what she plans to do once we reach the top.
If you go with him, he has a silver tongue.
Well, Arcanon can convince her, but does he know what she's really thinking?
That's why I said they could go together.
Hmm.
I'm not going to talk to her. You all can talk to her if you like.
So wait, what's the
Sound good.
plan? What are we planning on saying to her?
Just saying, hey, so what are you planning to do once we reach the top? And,
I think.
She said she wanted to
I-
construct a statue or something stupid.
Yeah, something like that. But we can ask her again. Arcanon's gonna say. Uh. I'm curious though why that question. Well, what are we standing to gain from the answer?
oh, well, we stand to learn how desperate she is to get to the top and if she's willing to work with a giant to do so. But if you guys are worried enough about her taking over the Kieran thing, then you're probably best just to go on your own.
Um,
I'd rather not stay any longer in this camp.
I'm gonna say. Arcanon's gonna say, "Shall we put it to a vote then?"
I suppose.
I'm okay with leaving without her.
I vote to leave her out. Maybe we can have the voice or whatever cast a memory charm on her and make her forget that we even existed, so that we can climb without worrying.
Voice?
Uh,
Voice, can you do that? Are you available to do that?
voice responds. And Mayorwin and I think Spencer, this might be the first time you witnessed this. Is it Raul or Arcanon who has the doll?
Me.
Alright, so do you take out the doll when you're doing this, or are you just speaking to the sky?
I'll just speak to the sky. I'm kind of used to doing that. If my bag shakes or something,
Alright.
I'll take it out.
Yeah, your bag shakes.
Okay. I'll sigh and take it out, but I'll turn my body so that if Lady Rindra looks over here, no one would see the doll. So I'll hold it.
Alright. Merwin and Spencer, though, you can see. Rawl's holding a small wooden doll. In the shape of a person. Which is animated and gestures a bit as a voice is coming from it. When you guys have communicated with the voice earlier, it's all been telepathic in your head. But the voice coming from this doll is audible, and you all can hear it just fine. Answering Raul's question, the voice says, "Yes, I can cast a charm on her. As sad as it is, with fewer witnesses remaining, it's a much easier job. All you have to do is bring this doll close to her, and I can do it with a minute or so." You should
And
be prepared to leave as soon as it happens, though.
Spencer will shrug and say, "That's my vote. If she forgets that we're here, we climb the mountain. And you know what? We'll even let her have her little first at the top mountain. Whatever. That's fine. But I just
I
don't want to have to deal with a arch wizard's daughter for any longer than I have to."
that
Arcanon
sounds
says, "Well, I suppose we're leaving on our own then." And our Arcanons will say, "You'll see no argument from me."
no argument here either. I'd be as a rogue, I'm best at slipping in and out unnoticed. So I'd be glad to go and take the doll into her tent.
She has charms on her tent. Actually, I don't know that.
Yeah,
No,
well,
I intend to approach openly under the pretense that I need to speak with her about her father who sent me here, after all.
I was gonna go over and look her up and down and say, well, if you walk away with the doll, I guess we'll know if we could trust you or not, and hand it to her. And reach his hand out, but then stop before he touches her shoulder and say, would you like a boost to your stealth?
I would appreciate it. Thank you. Merwin says, sort of uncertainly. She's not used to camaraderie.
And he'll like only touch her shoulder with like 2 fingers, and then quickly take it away. And you have advantage on, where is it? Advantage on dex checks. Cat's Grace. He'll say, if you fall, you'll take less. You won't get hurt as easily, and you should be sneakier for a bit.
Okay, very nice. And Merwin will sort of nod in approval and thanks.
Just give the doll back when you're done.
Noted. And can I do an Arcana check, see what kind of doll this is?
Sure, go ahead.
Because I genuinely don't know.
$11. It looks like.
Is that the same roll?
Yeah, it is. I just did it.
Oh, okay. Right, you don't know what this doll is about. It's clear that two things are true from what you've observed. The voice can speak from it, and apparently can cast spells through it, which is quite a step up from its abilities you've seen thus far.
Alright.
Aside from that, you don't know what kind of spell or power might have created such a thing, or how it works.
Okay.
Oh.
So Merwin will just sort of inspect it and nod and she'll be kind of weighing in her mind how far she can go against Pendulu's wishes of her being here to help Rindra without upsetting him too much, and kind of decides she's okay with upsetting him. But she also well, you'll see. Okay. She also has a bit of a plan to allay some of his wrath. But frankly, she
Alright.
doesn't think he cares that much about what she does here. So,
Okay.
so it's decided that you guys will leave while I engage Lady Rindra in conversation, and then I'll slip out later and find you.
Hmm.
That'll work if you want. Spencer says that'll work. If you want a bit of, you know what? I'm gonna keep an eye on you. I can, I can offer some extra help, and I'll kind of tap his helmet.
Ral will
Say,
say, you're
You
kind
can
of
slip
big to
out.
stay behind. Why don't you let me stay?
Sorry, what was that?
Which one?
Both. You talked over each other.
Oh.
I agree with Raoul. You're not the one to attempt to slip out of camp unnoticed. If he
Well,
wishes to accompany me, that's fine. But I don't advise it. Only one of us is a rogue.
He'll shrug and say, "Suit yourself," and then he will start packing up his gear.
Ral will say, I'm not trained in any type of stealth, but I'll wait by the gate.
All right.
Alright.
We can have wait. I suggest that in this case we have Arv keep an eye on here, since he can transform. He can shapeshift into an animal and possibly escape.
True. Yeah, that's
We'll
a
use the
good
power of
idea.
Zach. You're not here.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Has Arv agreed
Arv
to
will
the full plan?
Is he
Oh
what?
yes, he's
Yeah.
totally for it. I have no doubt that if Zach were here, he would do so. He's gonna go ahead and turn into an Arctic hare,
Okay.
blending blending in nicely with the snow there,
Ral will have
and
no
maybe a
problem
little bit stealthier
letting
than a
Arv take
bird.
that. Heck
Merwin
yeah.
just sort of rolls her eyes that they're all.
You're brand new. We don't trust you completely yet.
Yeah.
But she recognizes that she's new to this party, and she's much more interested in. She's almost as interested as you are in getting away from the wizards. So
Ral
she's
will
willing to.
say, don't take longer than that hour. That's all you need.
All right. So I'll give you as long as I can to get away.
All right.
I got to say the adventure continues.
Oh, freaking not. All right, Ral
So
will
you guys are heading
anxiously
out?
go. And Arv stays. All right. he's so little.
Don't have a Arctic hair piece, and I'll forego actually making one.
That looks just
But
like an
he's
Arctic hair
going
to me.
to tiny Arv, who'll slip along, ready for backup.
You know.
You can see that conveniently enough, Lady Rindra has emerged from her tent, and is preparing some kind of, she's heating up a kettle with a fire she lights magically.
Okay. I don't want her to notice the rest of the party slipping away. So I'm gonna go over to her and say, sort of under my breath, "My lady, we need to talk privately."
All right, go ahead and roll persuasion.
I'm not lying.
That's
know.
why it's not
But
deception.
does she want to talk to you?
Yeah. Persuasion.
Meanwhile, if the rest of you are trying to sneak away sneakily,
Oh.
how about everyone else roll for stealth?
No. No, wait.
Curtis,
Okay.
if you could roll for Hephaestus too, that would be good.
Mhm.
With his new and
yeah.
updated stats. Is he just a red dragon wormling now?
All right.
I got a
Yes.
9.
Yes, I believe.
I'm
that's
going
what
to
it's
go
called.
ahead and activate my storm rune in order to give everybody advantage on their stealth check for 1 minute.
Oh, thank you, because I have really clanky armor.
I also
Okay,
have
yes, we
really
wanna roll
clunky
first.
armor.
Yeah.
Can I? So we're all trying to stealth. I maybe can help us. Hold on.
I'm gonna leave last.
Hephaestus might not need it, but technically he has advantage on this from my storm room. What this looks like is my eyes are glowing, and essentially I'm pointing out just at the start I'm pointing out things to bind down or make sure that you're avoid that that patch of snow or whatever, like small things.
Ah, man, do I really want to? I can waste. I mean, I could also teleport us.
I feel like that's more noticeable,
Oh.
but I don't know. Maybe not. Is it loud? Is
I
it big?
can give 2 people greater invisibility by the use of
Twin spell.
twin spell. Yes, that's what it's
Ooh,
called.
that might be good for the
This is
So-
clanky.
precisely why I'm trying to get her back into her tent before you guys have to leave.
Well, I don't know if the doll's gonna work through the tent, so.
Mm.
yeah.
Well, I was going to go in there with her and speak with her.
Are you casting invisibility, Curtis?
Yeah. Am I casting it? Is it best? Do you think to cast it on you and Spencer?
We are the loudest.
All right. I will cast greater invisibility.
So, if we already have advantage, William.
Sorry, Shannon, really quick. We don't know if the doll's magic will work through the tent, but I guess we haven't told you that yet.
Oh, okay.
It is a warded tent. So.
Did Ral know that? I didn't step very close, so I don't know if I know that because of someone else knowing that, or if Ral knows it. Because if he knows it,
I think
would
only
say something.
Arcanon really figured that out.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You know that Lady Rindra's tent is magically warded somehow?
Oh,
because
yes,
you were the one
I
who
do know that. I do know that.
got closest, but the rest of us are relatively unaware of that. Other than it's her tent. She probably has magic around it, but not how, you know.
So did my persuasion check work on her? Did we decide that?
Oh, you got a 9?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Says, very well. What about? She looks kind of annoyed, and now she's sipping from a liquid that she's poured into a cup from the boiling pot,
Take it.
giving off some blue smoke.
Okay, so I'm not supposed to take her into the tent, right?
That is completely up to you.
Okay. But I do want to take her out of sight of you guys. So I'll just say I think it's best if we spoke in my tent.
She says, and I think it's best if I have my drink first, as surely whatever you need to tell me doesn't need the privacy.
Are you sure about that? Merwin says before catching herself and being polite again. She's like, unfortunately, my lady, it most certainly does. You can't trust everyone in this camp.
Going off of your roll from before, she says, I assure you everyone in this camp is under my orders.
And I'll just kind of say quietly, how long have you known these scouts? I'm talking about the
The
kids.
Tabaxi?
Yeah, sorry, Tabaxi.
Mm-hmm. I mean, pretty much. But, he says longer than I'd like. A couple of days, I think.
And do they have any reason to resent you? And hopefully you guys are all sneaking away while this conversation's going on.
I would
She's
assume we
looking
would
you.
be.
She's looking you over. She says, you strike me as someone of the upper bearing, especially if you work for my father. Says, and you know that people in our station have many enemies, deserving or not. Says, jealousy is a disease of the poor.
A disease of
It
the
is
poor.
everywhere.
You cut off. Hello?
Yeah, she says it's a disease of the poor and everyone has it. As
And yet you seem so certain that everyone in this camp is under your control.
as and that's simple to explain as well. I have great magical power, and they have bows and arrows.
They also, and Merwin will sort of grit her teeth to say this. She'll be like, my lady, they also boast a less considerable intellect than yours. They may make the, may I say, fatal error of directing those bows and arrows in your direction.
As well, if they do, then they'll learn why we've ruled the world for 3,000 years, and my father can always send more people, as your presence here demonstrates.
And Merwin will finally say, plainly stated, I overheard a plot to assassinate you.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. She puts down her cup. And she says, oh, I think you're right. This will require some more discretion.
Oh yeah, you could tell her anything because we're having the memory erased.
Well, her
Mm.
memory will be erased regarding you guys.
That's true.
But Merwin is also a keeper of the law of sorts, and so she'll just say it was the Tabaxi scouts.
Oh,
Um,
no.
They're plotting against you. I don't think they plan to do anything for a few days, but you should be aware. And Merwin doesn't mention Arv at all.
All right.
And Merwin says, as I am in your father's service, I am offering to listen in on their conversation, as I so conveniently overheard it before, and you probably know that I'm gifted in the art of stealth. I'm offering to listen in on their conversation and let you know more precisely what their plans are.
Says, I have something that I think is a bit more direct. She snaps her fingers and summons something.
All right. And Merwin's kind of keeping an eye out to see if the party's gone yet. And she's kind of trying to
That's
spiral out this conversation as long as she can to give you guys as much time as possible. But she knows Arv is probably seething in the background as her proud. And she doesn't much care.
keeping your eye out for stealthy people is always a question mark.
It's true.
Right. As far as the party is aware, they've snuck off, no problem.
Alright,
As,
so
she's about to hand you an item, though, and I'm going to post a picture of it in the Discord.
okay.
Says, I have something a little more direct. And hands you this. It's a kind of
It's
a
a gun.
metal wire crown. And she says, if you know of a plot against me, then I, as your employer here, would like you to dispose of them readily.
Ooh.
Thi- Mhm. This
Well,
circlet will allow you to cast a powerful spell that should do away with them.
and Merwin
Says,
accepts the crown and says, it wouldn't be the first time, my lady.
he says, very good. Then I will retreat to the safety of my tent, uh, while you take care of things.
Alright, so Merwin's going to just sort of think at the voice in her mind, if you're going to do it, now is the time. It's your choice whether you choose to wipe her memory of the plot of the Tabaxi Scouts or not, but
She's, or, the voice says that it's already done. She's forgotten about the others. All you have to do is slink away to the north, and she will not remember your presence.
I'll be like, well, at least you're good for something.
Problem.
The voice responds likewise.
Can I spot Arv?
Oh,
Can I see him?
go ahead and roll perception at disadvantage.
Okay. How do I do it twice? 1D.
You can
Can
type in
add the
slash
item with
R2d20.
Okay, R2D 20
plus whatever your modifier
plus.
is.
It doesn't much matter if I can see Arv, but I may as well see 11.
Hmm.
Hmm.
All right,
So,
yeah, plus 11, 14. Yeah, you are able to make him out.
Okay.
He's just a rabbit sitting on the behind the log there, twitching his nose.
Can I tell if he was close enough to overhear our conversation?
Yeah. At this range, a rabbit can definitely hear.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna just slip off when Lady Rindra goes back to her tent.
Okay. Roll Arcana to identify the item she handed you. And the rest of the party, I'll just grab everybody and we'll be off to the next area.
Alright, I got 16 for Arcana, and do I need to roll to slip away?
No, she's in her tent, so no way to see you.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh,
which
wait.
one
wait.
That's
many-
right. Ditch that lady.
I
I have to roll wild magic because that was close because of the greater
That was
invisibility.
very close.
I thought that was Shannon's stealth roll for a second. I'm like, oh no.
Not this
Yeah, Shannon has a
time.
+0 as on stealth as a rogue.
+0? I didn't roll stealth.
No,
joke.
no, you haven't. That was the thing. Is I thought his roll was your stealth roll, and I'm like, oh no,
Oh.
Shannon. But
Oh, okay. Alright, so I got 16 for the Circlet of
Right,
Blasting.
the item-
Sorry.
Circlet of Blasting, it lets you cast the spell Scorching Ray, I think once a day.
Oh,
Let me
nice.
check. Yeah, once per dawn. They'll have an attack bonus of +5. It shoots out 3 blasts of fire. Useful.
Alright, so Merwin's going to walk away very satisfied. She's diffused the murder plot, allowed the party to get away, and got a powerful magic item into the deal. She's just going to have to deal with Arv. But
All right.
yeah. We'll see how he reacts, but if we're getting away from Lady Rindra anyway, hopefully he has no particular reason to want to kill her.
Do they catch up to us pretty easily?
well, Arv knows we're meeting at the cave. I guess we never told Merwin that we're meeting at the cave. Hopefully
I don't
Arv
think
directs
Merwin
her to
can
the.
track you in the snow.
We probably would have told her where we were meeting.
I understood that you guys weren't very far away. Is
Yeah.
that not true? Are you further off?
I would have been waiting near the gates, like far enough away to not be seen, but
Okay.
would have seen them leaving.
Well, then I'll just Mayorwin can catch up no problem. Between her and Arv, they should be able to find you.
Cool.
I don't
Merwin's
have your
gonna
opponent.
hurry to catch up to you guys before she's left alone with Arv.
As soon as she shows up, Rao's gonna
Rude.
hold out his hand.
And she'll drop the doll into it and say it's done.
The
Good.
deed is done.
Pop it in my bag.
All right. You guys are on the north edge of the camp now.
All right. Well,
You
I'll
guys know
take you to
that,
meet the giant.
Yep, time to find the giant.
All right. I took you to this map instead of to the cave directly in case there's anything you wanted to do before entering the cave.
I mean,
We're still
take
on
our
the
stuff with us, but
we're still on the camp map.
Oh, right. I forgot.
There we go.
But you guys are going directly to the cave?
Well, the thing said that she was not staying in the cave, so we have to.
Well,
go
she
find
said
her.
she was going to be out that night, but that we can meet her at this cave.
Merwin's going to want to ask a few questions along the way.
Okay.
But first of all, she's going to nod at Arv and be like, if you have anything to say, say it now.
Arb is going to ask the voice if it wiped from Lady Rindra's memory knowledge of the plot. Voice responds that it did, and with that, Lady Rindra's survival is iffy.
Does Arv ask that so that everyone can hear, or just so Arv knows?
So then everybody can hear.
So-
No, wait, that would reveal the plot, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so just one-on-one with the voice.
Okay.
I'll talk with Zach about what he wants to do about this.
Okay.
But to Mayor when he's going to say, no, says you did what you needed to do, and if I'm to aid them further, I can. It won't be hard to travel back. Talked with them.
Merwin just raises an eyebrow and says, "You might find it hard to travel back alone."
Says, well, as a druid, I could turn into a hawk and be back there in no time.
Merwin just says,
However,
"That's
our
not
goal.
what I meant."
What did she mean? Ral wonders as he's listening from behind.
She meant that if Arv vanishes, she's gonna notice. She
Oh,
notices
that's
everything.
it? Okay.
And probably be able to track him and or deduce where he went.
Was she threatening him?
Kind of.
Okay, so she was
Just
like
kind of
obviously threatening.
saying. Merwin wants it clear that anyone who wants to commit a crime in this group is gonna have to run it by her first.
Ral doesn't know about any plot, so
Yeah, so it wouldn't. Her conversation with Arv would not make much sense to him.
but she is threatening him.
Obliquely, yes.
Okay. Ral's gonna say, listen, you brought the doll back, but be careful, you're pretty outnumbered.
Merwin's gonna say, "I have nothing against the group. I don't think you'll find me a problem."
I guess we'll see. Or if you find any of us a problem. And he's gonna kind of chuckle under his breath and then rub the back of his head anxiously and keep walking.
Did Argon hear any of this? Was this like all said out loud?
Yeah,
Or like
this is all where everyone is walking.
Argon's gonna say, I can say, well, this group's got a knack for making friends, don't they?
Merwin's gonna say, "Then let's make friends. I hear I'm not the only one around here with temporary schizophrenic tendencies. Tell me what you know of the voice."
Ral's gonna say, oh, that's what you meant. Probably about as much
Does
as you
Merwin know
know.
about Spencer's curse yet?
I don't think she saw it.
Yeah, she was not here for that.
And he doesn't have the
Not
curse
here for
blade
that.
on him. Or does he?
Wait, what? If I
Does
have
he
what
have-
on me?
The cursed blade.
Yep, it's always on me. It's right across my back.
So would Merwin have noticed that? And therefore
What,
investigated?
that he's carrying a big sword?
That he's carrying a cursed sword.
You know, I actually haven't had you roll the same way you did for the other party members for insight on Spencer. Go ahead and roll insight for Spencer, and I guess I'll have you roll a religion check for the sword.
Okay, I got 23, and then... I think I actually have decent religion.
All right. For Spencer himself, Danny, do you want to take this one? You want to just describing what she may notice about Spencer?
Sure.
What's that?
Well, the couple things that you notice, or a lot of what you notice, I guess, is going to include that. First off, very obviously, he is a Goliath. Uh, Goliaths are from mountainous areas. You know that they tend to make their homes on mountains and kind of just general things like that. So you understand why the voice would have hired a Goliath as a guide. You notice from scars on his hand or on his hands that he has fought a lot. That he is very skilled with the sword. You also notice, essentially by the wear in his boots, that he has traveled a lot. He is most likely not from this mountain, or if he is from this mountain, he has walked around an incredible amount. So he is a relatively well traveled Goliath. Let's see. Other things you might notice. You notice that on his helmet, on his breastplate, on his sword, and what else do I have now? And on his crossbow. Actually, no, sorry. On an ornament that jewelry cloak that he has around his neck, like a necklace around his neck, you see runes in a foreign language. Do you speak Giant?
I do not think so, no.
All right. You can infer that they're probably something close to what his some natural language that his would be due to your insight check. So most likely something with Giant, or they could be a possible another magic language. You're going for Giant because he's clearly not a spellcaster. With how scarred his hands are, he works with his hands. He fights with his hands. So most likely they're from they're not true magic runes. They are a different kind of magic. They're inscribed in those things, and you discern that they weren't originally a part of those things. So he inscribed them onto the different objects, and assumedly, due to their nature, they're either giant or magical in nature. And finally, he tends to you notice as they're walking that he tends to be more worried about forging the path and being forward and keeping a lookout. So he's most likely not I want to say core member of the group, but it's more like he's definitely on the lookout and trying to move everybody forward. Rather than truly socialize with the other people in the group. He'll talk to people and stuff like that with no problem. But when he's not talking, he's always kind of trying to move them along.
Okay. And so, William, what do I notice about the sword?
Yeah, you do not notice that the sword is unusual, aside from that it may be magical,
Big
which is
sword.
pretty common.
Okay.
You definitely do not notice any curse.
All right then. So, Marilyn will just kind of ask you guys generally about the voice and your experiences with it.
Spencer shrugs and well, he's led me to good job so far. So
Argonauts gonna say, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh
Know
yeah.
next to nothing about this guy, or girl, or thing.
Raoul's gonna pretend that he's not paying attention and not answer the question.
Wow.
And Marilyn's gonna notice that.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just gonna walk
Especially
with his hands in
in
his
light of
pockets.
the fact that you seem to have special knowledge about him. You have the doll, and we're able to have him cast a spell through it.
I'm just carrying the doll. It was given to all
So
of us.
okay, so
Oh,
Marilyn will
I thought you
kind of
said that to me. Never mind.
about the doll. She'll be like, "What's the story with the doll then?"
It's just a magical conduit. I'm keeping it because I've been here longest.
Okay.
Are you gonna answer the question too, or you're just gonna ask us questions?
You haven't asked me any yet.
How long
If
have
you
you
did.
known the voice? How much do you know
Oh.
about the voice?
I don't know if I, Shannon, know the answer to this. I'll just be like, it's been useful at times. I don't particularly appreciate the intrusion into my thoughts, though.
He's gonna say, he's gonna pause, considering whether to say anything or not, but then he will, after an awkwardly long pause, say, I don't like wizards, but this one so far hasn't done anything to set off any alarms.
Has he done anything to make you trust him? Merwin asks, sort of rhetorically. But if you want to answer, it's fine.
He'll just say yes. Not expound on it at all.
And Merwin will be like, so I don't know, actually, like, Merwin's history with the voice very well, because William and I haven't talked about that a ton yet.
Yeah.
But I'll say I would give careful thought to whether those occasions also benefited the voice.
I was gonna laugh and say, well, of course it did.
That's wizards for you, I guess.
I was gonna say, yeah, I understand your thinking, but, not so sure anymore about, this one in particular. I'll just shrug.
And Merwin will sort of mutter under her breath, "Me neither, that's why I'm here."
He's gonna look at her out of the corner of his eye and say, what do you think about necromancy?
Oh
Merwin-
no, not these. Oh no. Why do we let Ryle talk?
Merwin will just shrug and say, "It's useful, and
Oh no.
it's a tool like any other. Useful on occasion, over-relied upon by wizards. Speak with the Dead has helped me unravel more than a few
Oh no.
particularly vicious murders, but I would cast it myself."
You could definitely see his demeanor shift to
Welcome to the
a
Arcanine
high
Club.
level of distaste, especially when she says that she has cast. Speak
I
with the
haven't
Dead.
cast it. I said I don't cast it myself.
Oh, don't cast it yourself. Okay.
I'll say I have a colleague who's cast Speak with the Dead for me on occasion, and it's been of use.
Your Oathbreaker.
No, I don't know him.
Oh.
I don't. I mean, I don't know any more about him than I do about the rest of you. I'll be like, he's I was carted in with him as mere muscle, I suppose. And she looks down at her thin frame uncertainly.
We'll say, well, you shouldn't be so passive about necromancy. One thing leads to another.
Here we go.
But he will not be happy that she said that it's useful. He'll kind of glare out at the snow.
Merwin just sort of shrugs and. I mean, it was true, so she's not gonna take it back. She doesn't, you know. She's kind of a bluntly honest sort of.
Do we arrive at the cave?
Yeah, you guys can arrive at the cave whenever you wanted to. I was just giving a chance for some talking.
I think I'm done.
Alright.
That's
I am
kind of
also
what
done.
Merwin wanted to know.
All right then. Yep, you guys arrive at the cave. Those of you who haven't been here, there's scattered human remains around the mouth of this cave.
Merwin will raise an eyebrow and be like, "So what kind of giant are we talking about here?"
Well, it's got 3 heads. And he'll shrug.
And is it friendly?
It's not aggressive unless attacked.
What does it want for its services?
A curse removed.
Yeah, it is also in the in the business to being healed by a Keyring.
Is this how many spells is this Kieran going to be able to perform?
We don't know, but we'd rather invite somebody with us and have it somebody who has an actual reason to be helping us, rather than a wizard who just wants to make it to the top for her own gains.
And someone who eats
So I'll take my
humans?
chance.
Can Merwin tell if the teeth marks and stuff on the bones are from a giant?
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Imagine rolling bad and
Alright.
still getting a good number.
I don't even know why you had me roll this. I guess I could get a 1 and it would be funny.
You're yeah. So the bones here are of mixed age and race, though mostly human. Mixed genders too. There's maybe enough here for 10 people. And most of the skeletons are unbroken. It looks like they were dragged here or they decayed. No sign of what killed them from the bone tissue, which leaves a number of other ones. Given the location, it's likely that they died of exposure or starvation on their attempt to scale the peak. Or
But they do
perhaps
not appear to
disease.
have been eaten.
No, they're all there. If something consumed them, it was careful not to disturb the bones as it did so.
And why have they not been preserved by the cold?
That's an interesting question.
Okay.
Here's me thinking of an answer for this logic hole. Likely picked clean by small corpse-eating things, detritivores, like maybe some ferocious beetles. Or small vultures, I guess.
But they're concentrated around the cave.
Yeah, quite a few of them are on the front.
Have
While
we
she's
seen other
looking,
ones walking up here?
Have you seen what?
Have we seen other remains while we walked up here?
No.
if she's crouching and looking at them, Rao's gonna say, she protected her space. And not cock his head at the bodies. That's what she said anyway. She
All
didn't seem
right.
like she was lying.
Spencer's gonna come right out and say, like, if you think she's planning on eating you, you're fine. Trust me on this one.
And Marin will sort of look at Ral and be like, "You seem a tad more concerned about dead bodies than live ones."
um, he's gonna blink and start tripping over his words and say, "What makes you think that?"
She was protecting her. What was it you said? She was protecting her territory. Is that justification for murder, or am I to understand that all of these were active combatants?
It was self-defense. Is self-defense
Marin
wrong?
will kind of shrug and be like, "Okay." Her doubts assuaged somewhat on the matter. Why were so many people attacking this giant?
Oh, they're not all people who were attacking the giant. There are also people who tried to scale the mountain and didn't make it to the top. And she brought the bones down to essentially give them a somewhat proper burial.
I'll be like, "Well, no wonder Ral's fond of her. Forward then."
Ral's gonna slump his shoulders and walk behind everyone again.
Sorry, Marin's an asshole.
All right. Entering the cave, even more bones, these ones in more disarray. Also, a number of glowing crystals leading onward into the cave. It's quite dark in here. Those of you without dark vision will have your perception impeded.
Marilyn's
the
going to
idiots
think
you
long and
are.
hard about swiping one of the skulls just for someone to talk to. But she feels Ral's gaze on her back and decides against it.
Do I have a torch? Um. Crap. Well, I don't have a torch. Ral doesn't seem like he's having trouble in the dark, though. You would probably notice that with your plus 11.
I think Marin has dark vision too.
Oh.
I think. Where do I find that again?
On the left.
Features and traits.
It's usually a racial feature. Elves, dwarves, half-elves all have dark vision. Tieflings do.
Humans usually don't.
Humans don't. Halflings don't.
This human does.
Ooh.
This
It's a
human does.
human
fancy.
variant.
Well, that's pretty fancy.
Alright, so she doesn't seem to be having trouble in the dark either?
Nope.
Interesting.
No one has trouble in the dark.
Wow, look at how cool we are. Actually, does Spencer have dark vision? Oh yeah, because your helmet. Okay.
Yeah, because my helmet.
Carry on, Dark Seers. Good job, everyone, for not being weaklings.
Where you calling Fibic a weakling?
Sometimes he's a baby, Curtis. Baby.
What the heck? Yeah, I bet he could actually beat Raoul though.
There is no way that would happen.
100% he would defeat Raoul in a fight. I have
Alright,
my
unless there are
fire
any
and ice sword.
unless there are any objections, I'm assuming you guys just proceed to the giant.
Yeah.
Anything you can see on the map and want to comment on, you can.
Raul's hanging back here.
But otherwise, the giant. Before you stands the large female giant, who some of you know as Auckland the Bearbreaker. As she sees you, she says, Ah, you've returned. Did you learn what you needed to know? Will that
Spencer nods.
wizard be any trouble for our operation?
Spencer nods and says, "We had a mutual friend convince her to not pursue us. That is, we had a mutual friend completely wipe her memory. So,
As magical power. Says strong friends indeed. Says and you, looking at Spencer, have you decided whether to part ways with your sword? Remember, I have a trade for it. Pulling out the Masterwork Mall.
Spencer's going to shake his head again and say, "Sorry, it's too dangerous to part with at this point."
Says, very well. Shall we proceed to the mountaintop then?
At this point, Spencer turns around and says, "All right, Are we ready to start climbing?"
Arcanon's gonna say, well, we're not getting any younger.
Merwin says, I have no pressing engagements here.
Does Merwin have warm clothing on? Winter clothing?
Oh, that's
I
going to be fun.
I assume William would have sent me here with warm clothing, right?
You assume wrong.
Wow. Pendalou's a jerk.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
an arch wizard. So she doesn't?
Guess
Yeah,
not. I have
that's right.
light armor. I have leather armor on.
I was gonna toss her a blanket and say, yet another person unprepared for the cold.
Merwin will catch it and nod her thanks and be like, I wasn't debriefed as thoroughly as I'd like to have been. That's not a dig at you, William. I'm talking about Pendalou.
Of course.
That's a dig at you, William. Take offense.
How many blankets
But
do I have left?
anyway, then she'll sort of uncertainly say thank you.
He's gonna grunt. There's, it's like there's a little square cut out of it. But,
Like a poncho?
no, like a corner that was cut off. He's just gonna grunt when she says thanks.
There's a corner cut off of the blanket?
Yeah,
Does Merwin notice this?
probably.
Yeah, she probably does.
I mean, go ahead and roll perception, although it's almost extra at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's it's the same size as the piece of blanket that the scorpion has.
Oh, I see.
Everyone's got blankies because people don't know how to be warm except Ral, who has warm clothing because he's so smart with his +0.
I realized that with my perception checks, I'm supposed to be adding 1d4, I believe. Where is it? Yeah, when I make a perception or survival check, I'm supposed to add 1d4.
Interesting. Oh, okay, so you'll notice that.
All right. Do I just so I just assume I asked you about the scorpion and you told me, right?
Yeah.
As long as it's not something nefarious, like you took a piece of it for a tracking spell or something.
No.
That's what Merwin's suspicious mind jumps to. Okay. Sorry, moving on.
I was gonna say now we're ready.
And then Spencer will turn to the giant and say, "All right, my party has verified that they are prepared."
All right. With that, the giant will lead you upwards. The trip takes quite a while, trudging through snow so deep it comes up to your knees in the shallowest parts and up to the hips in the deeper ones. The giant treads before you, doing her best to compact the snow and keep her steps light, so then you have a place to go through. She says, when we get to the top, you'll notice the mountain above. I'll perform the ritual, and you make sure that the spirit protecting this place doesn't harm me too much, because or else I won't be able to finish it. I'll lure it out, and you destroy it, and then we will proceed to the top together, and I can finally be rid of this curse.
That sounds like a fantastic plan.
All right. For that, as you guys crest over the mountain, you see finally the peak of the mountain, which, as stated before, is suspended in the air by a great tornado of wind power. Everybody make a strength saving throw.
Any other saving throw, please.
I feel the same.
It's my time to shine.
Oh, that was almost a 1.
Arcanon fails.
No.
Strength saving throw. Okay, yeah. It's just the 1d20
No.
with my modifier, my strength modifier.
Yeah.
For you it should be. I don't think. Yeah, rogues don't have proficiency in strength saving throws.
Oh yeah.
Somebody passes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. And I'll roll for our. Pull this sheet up. Taking a while to load. Anyway. So the winds here are absolutely torrential. As you guys are stepping through here, every step it takes extra effort to push just to not be knocked down. So this area is difficult terrain due to the tremendous winds. Arcanon, Merwin, and even Spencer are knocked down several times by the force of the wind and almost carried away. Except Raoul manages to grab onto some of you and keep you from flying away, as does the giant. Keeps you from flying away. And the giant calls out, "Don't worry, it won't be as intense as we reach the eye of the storm." Having to shout
Okay,
by
good.
the rush of winds. Alright. And indeed, as you guys climb the last bits before the false peak of the mountain here, the wind does die down enough that you're able to at least stand without being blown away. Alright, and here you are. Auckland proceeds before you. Says, this is the spot. Says, I'm going to perform the ritual to force this other giant down. Says, you better take your places. And be wary, it's a strong one. As keep in
Arcanon.
mind, it uses powerful wind and will try to toss you off the side.
Okay.
Spencer will nod and will walk up and ready his sword. I don't know where the giant's going to come down, but I'm ready.
Should some of you, I don't know, secure yourselves to the cliff face somehow?
It's a good idea.
No takers. Okay.
Let me think. Do I have any?
Merwin's going to tuck the blanket under her cloak in preparation.
I'm trying to find some warding spells to cast on this area if I prepared them. Usually I don't.
I'm supposed to have advantage on perception and investigation checks too. I haven't even been using that.
Wait,
Wait, am I rolling something? Sorry, I was AFK for a second.
No,
The
not yet.
giant
We
has
are.
warned you that the giant has warned you that the enemy giant is going to be using powerful wind and may try to blow you off the mountain. So Raoul asked aloud if there was some way to. I think it was Raoul.
No, it was
It was me.
Merwin.
If there is some way to secure you,
It was Merwin.
so you don't go flying off.
Does anyone have rope? Tie a rope.
I think I have rope.
That'll limit
Does
your
anyone
movement,
wish to be
but
secured to the mountainside?
I will say it'll limit our movement, but it's better than flying off the mountainside.
I think I have rope. It would be kind of weird if I didn't. I do. 50 feet of it.
I don't have any spell, so I will also need something like rope. Do I have rope?
I'm gonna be preparing spells. I'm gonna cast Death Ward on Arv.
I do have rope.
I have a piton too. Okay, so I'm gonna take the piton, however you pronounce it. Loop the rope through the eye, tie it, and hand it to Raoul. And say, if you need this, you can secure it into the cliff face and around yourself.
He's gonna blink in surprise and say, "Thank you," and I will see if everyone else is secured before securing myself.
I am not tying myself to anything. I am moving up, drawing my sword, and I'm going to prepare to become giant once I see this thing.
Okay,
I
I'm
have
back.
a hammer too that I also hand to Raoul.
What did you hand to him
Testing.
also? We can
Yeah.
hear you, William.
We can hear you.
A hammer.
A hammer.
Just for
Okay.
pounding the spike in.
Does Arv have rope? Also, I
I'm
cast.
pretty
Arv can
sure
fly if
everybody
he
is.
has to,
Okay.
right?
I cast Death Ward on Arv. William.
Okay.
It lasts for 8 hours.
Yeah, he does have rope. Sounds like some of you are trying to use pythons.
Yeah, Merwin handed me a python. I will secure Arv, and myself.
Python.
Python. It's a snake.
Merwin will just point out, Arv can fly if he has to. You can't.
I was gonna laugh and say, that's right, I can't fly. And, I have 50 feet of rope. I'll secure myself right here. I'll put the stake right here. William, I'm gonna send you a message.
Okay.
Merwin is going to hide so that she can, sneak attack when the time comes.
Shannon, I will remind you that you don't need to hide for sneak attack. You can get your sneak attack from looking at the giant hard enough.
Let me see. I'm not so familiar with all my traits yet. I'm assuming
Oh.
bow and arrow is going to be pretty useless in the wind.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I want something else.
Oh,
William, can you mark a skull on R for a death ward?
oh, here we go.
Okay, I'll put a skull on R for him being dead.
No, that's the opposite. No.
Here you go, Shannon. I posted it in the D&D Beyond chat. Oh, sorry, the Roll20 chat. Sorry.
Thank you.
Freedom of movement.
Right. I may as well hide to start anyway, though.
Yep.
If
you were thinking about something else, so you could. I was just letting you know that. Hey, look, you're good at you look at them hard enough, and you know how to beat them.
Is this rough terrain, William?
This area, no.
Okay,
Though the wind
cool.
is strong enough to impose disadvantage on ranged attack rolls. This doesn't apply to spells.
What kind of
Just
attacks are
bows
ranged
and stuff.
attack rolls? Would I be able to give someone advantage on that with an enhanced
Yeah,
ability?
ranged. Are you asking what ranged attack rolls are?
I'm assuming she's dexterity based. So,
I'm not going to be able to use a bow and arrow.
okay.
Not in this wind.
You can, you'll just have disadvantage on the roll. Which is actually a significant problem for rogues, because to get your sneak attack, you can't have disadvantage. You may need to think up something else.
I mean, I have a sword.
Mm-mm.
You have the steady aim feature.
I actually
you
think
can
I
spend
do.
you can spend a bonus action to give yourself advantage on an attack roll. But you sacrifice your movement to do it.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to yeah, I do have steady aim.
Okay.
In that case, I'm going to conceal myself somewhere a little bit higher up. So probably I'll go up here. Oops. And conceal myself back here.
All right.
Do we know what's most
Arcanon roll.
effective against the spirit?
What spells are effective against a spirit?
What damage is most effective against the spirit?
Go ahead and roll religion. Arcanon, Raoul, are you guys where you want to be for when the fight begins?
Wait, so are we tied to? Did I tie myself to something?
There's a python here that you can share with me, but it'll limit your movement to how long your rope is.
Well, it's 50 feet, so.
Yeah, so you can share mine.
Cool, I will do that.
Okay, there's our ropes. You got 50 feet of movement from this spot. Oh no. She said this is a giant we're fighting, or some kind of
A giant.
It is a giant.
Okay.
I need to.
However,
Sorry.
Mayor, when you've misunderstood the giant, since it referred to it as a spirit at least once, and you believe that you're fighting some kind of ghost.
Okay. So Merwin's also.
Radiant damage is best against ghosts.
Radiant.
Radiant. Or force, which works against everything.
Is Scorching Ray radiant damage?
Is what ability?
Scorching Ray.
Oh, that's fire.
Okay. Do arrows and stuff work against spirits?
They have resistance against the damage, but it will work.
Okay.
Half as well.
So Merwin's probably just assuming that.
Get ready for a long fight.
Yeah.
Friendly reminder before the battle that Spencer did make cookies this morning. That was something that we discussed last time, but I need to post it in there. Everybody has +4 temporary HP.
Perfect.
I'm reminding you that now before we get in, so it's not cheating. Because
Nah,
I think,
I think Argonaut would have stuffed himself with the cookies, so he actually has 8, I think. He's got a sweet
You have
tooth.
4. You have 4 and roll con for a stomach ache that imposes disadvantage on everything.
No,
okay, funnily,
Arcanon has diarrhea and has to skip the battle.
no.
Fun fact. Okay, wait. Fun fact. Now, this is not something as I said, so it doesn't apply. But in the future, theoretically, I can make up to 8 cookies, and they don't have to be eaten right away. So, like, if you eat a cookie during battle, you can get 4 HP.
It's true, and that would help.
But I didn't say that I was doing
keep in
that, so.
mind, temporary hit points don't stack, so you'd want to wait until the points you already had went
Yeah.
away.
Can I prepare a how many needles do I have? Yeah. Can I prepare a
Oh, whoops! I read the wrong point. Never mind. Completely ignore that last thing. That doesn't work. Sorry.
Doesn't work.
poison?
Full of lies.
I would like to prepare a blowgun attack. Actually, that's going to be disadvantage. Never mind. I'm going to prepare a spell if it charges at us.
Are
Are
we
we
not
not
rolling
rolling initiative yet?
Or...
I'm just prepping.
Cheat.
I'm letting you guys decide where you're going to start the battle before the enemy here.
Who is the squishiest aside from Arv? Oh my goodness, Hephaestus can have a death ward.
Hephaestus is not squishy.
Yeah.
Let me
tell you, Hephaestus has become...
Well, Ral cares
not
more about
squishy.
Arv and Hephaestus than anyone else in this group right now, so he's going to give Hephaestus a death ward as well.
Don't
Don't you want
we
to give Arcanon?
No, he's okay.
Arcanon has 1 hit point more than Hephaestus.
That is true.
If possible, Raoul would give Arcanon death vulnerability. We all know this.
No, he wouldn't.
Raul would just give Arcanon death.
But he'd make sure his remains were well taken care of.
No, our Raul would not.
Yes, he would. He has to do that part.
If I'm reading the sheet right, Merwin actually has fewer hit points than anyone.
Yeah.
Yes,
probably.
Merwin is actually very, very squishy.
Well,
Yo,
she
I'm very
Rogue.
squishy, but like,
she disappeared too
how
fast.
nice is Ral feeling?
Ral is actually not that big of a jerk. He just is a jerk. Did she disappear like right away? Because that would
I mean,
make
you
a
can call me
difference.
back out.
That's true. I'm not going to use my 4th level spots for anything else. Merwin will also get a death ward. He's going to say, if you allow me to touch your shoulder, then you can have protection against a fall, a bad fall.
Merwin will awkwardly joke, "I'm not much of a hugger. Thank you, though." No, thank you, I accept.
I'm going to say, I don't hug.
Just kiss already. The two most awkward people in the party.
True. My goodness.
So
Already.
what's the death ward?
It will. First time target drops to 0 hit points. Then you drop to 1 instead, so it gives you basically a free.
Oh wait, I have a life well tattoo. Will they both work?
Yes, they will.
Okay, so I should
And
probably let you know that I do have that
Uh,
already. So it's up to you if you want to spend
And it-
another spell slot
No,
on me.
I'll save my slot.
and if you
then.
were a half orc, you'd have 3 of them.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh well.
No, I'll save the 4th level slot
Oh, y-
in case I need to pick someone up.
Okay, sounds good.
No hugs then.
No hugs.
All right. I'll be here. Where is it? Is it coming from the south or the north? From the circle or?
I'm assuming it's coming down in the middle, but I don't actually know.
Yeah, where's it coming?
Oh,
Oh,
that's
you
Do
have
we
to
know? William, I would like to know if Ral would understand or catch at all what direction this thing is going to come from. Is it chasing us up the mountain? Is it going to be summoned here? He did catch some of the previous conversation, just not the one we just had.
the giant hasn't said.
Okay, I'm going to assume nothing and stand right here.
I'll ask Spencer. I'll call down to Spencer. Where's this thing going to appear?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, Spencer wouldn't have thought to ask that himself, so thank you for actually asking Spencer. I'm going to ask Okran. Okran, where are we expecting the giant to appear once you complete the ritual?
Says it must appear within the circle. Says when it appears, it will likely try to attack me. You must draw its attention.
William, will you
All
draw the
right.
circle?
You can see
And-
the circle. See the
I can
stones?
see the circle.
It's
Oh,
the
okay,
stones, these stones.
Okay, cool.
Small stones around the big stone.
So I will shout that out to the rest of us. It's going to appear within the circle of stones in the center. So prepare for that. And I'm actually going to step forward.
In that case, Ral and Arcanon will want to anchor themselves probably up on the opposite side of the circle from the ice giant, right?
I
I
think.
think.
I don't.
I don't. I
I
mean, I don't know if we can. We might have already set where the anchor is. I don't know if we can move it now, but
I have a hammer, but 50 feet.
Because you want the spirit drawn away from the ice giant. As it is, the ice giant's right in the middle of you and the spirit.
That is true. But Arcanon, you probably don't want to be that close.
I mean,
it's not ideal, but I Arcanon's she's got tricks if needed.
Merwin's moving over to this stone.
50 feet. 50 feet. I think we should leave it here. Maybe? No?
I'm
gonna go right here. No, I'm gonna go right here.
It's so iffy.
If I was
actually
you,
really
I'd
Yeah.
do it over
Yeah, I'm
to
Yeah,
the
I'm going
left
right here.
so you don't get yeeted off the mountain, but you're still not. You don't still don't have the ice giant in the middle of you guys.
Yeah. Sorry this is taking so long, William. This one's kind of important.
Want to make sure that you don't.
Die from something stupid.
Like being right next to the cliff it's going to try to toss you off of?
Yes. Just try to measure it. This is this. Okay, it's going right.
Sorry, is that a question? I thought you were like partway through a sentence.
No, I'm trying to think fast, but it's making me think slowly. So, um,
Merwin, meanwhile, is going to speak a command word, and a pair of the cloak on her back will transform into a pair of giant black wings.
You get to decide what the command word is if you want to roleplay it like that, or you can just say, "I speak the command word." Up to you.
The command word would probably be volante or something. That's Latin, right?
Sure.
Certainly sounds
could-
Latin.
You could also make the command word like cupcake or something if you want to play it silly. It's whatever you want.
It's guac.
That'll
The
work.
command word is guac, Shannon.
It's
It has to be.
guac. Chicken guac.
Okay, the command word will be um. I don't want to give away too much. She just mutters something under her breath. And
The wind makes it hard to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm gonna regret this spot. But it's better to get slammed into a wall than.
Alright, I know what I'll have Arv do, and I like his position for what he's going to be doing. Actually, maybe he'll be over here instead. On your guys' mark, the giant will step forward and start the ritual.
How long is this ritual supposed to take? Did Spencer tell us?
The giant did not say.
Right.
I'm ready also.
And you guys on your plans, I'm just here with the sword.
Yeah, that used to be my life. Back in the day.
Back in the 2021.
Yeah, you know. Now we bash and sparkle.
You're a vampire.
Vampires don't sparkle. Fairies sparkle.
Vampires are pretty much fairies.
We're a vampire fairy. That's not beyond the realm of possibility in D&D.
That's true.
Oh, you gave me ideas. You guys are going to be attacked by a swarm of vampiric fairies.
I mean, that
Yeah, that
sounds like a sick fight
if I'm being
Make them
honest.
all dark lanes to make it extra edgy. Horde of dark lane
Vampiric,
vampires.
half-orc,
honest.
vampiric, half-orc, fairies
I
I would need a lot of
with
explanations.
Yeah,
cleric magic. Explanation is that they were made by Pathfinder players who want all of the races together for the bonuses.
Of course, the Pathfinder players would.
Eh,
William,
Anyway, you guys ready?
can I prepare
Yeah.
spiritual weapon for when the thing appears? It's a bonus action spell, but
Sure, but you have to decide where you're going to have it appear.
Did any of you guys ever? Sorry, I don't mean to, distract you. You guys ever play Pathfinder though?
I've never actually played Pathfinder.
So, Wizard of the Coast, they had a lot of fun with Pathfinder. They actually, so they actually had a magazine. I don't remember if it came out weekly or bi-weekly. Uh, no, it was actually Paizo Publishing who worked with Wizard of the Coast to make Pathfinder. Anyway, they released like this bi-weekly magazine that came out every time a new magazine came out. It was a Dungeons and Dragons magazine for Pathfinder, and every bi-weekly release of the new magazine, they just they just introduce like a new race in that magazine. It's like, oh, here's the, and so by the end of like Pathfinder's like existence, or kind of it being updated, it had over like 800 races. And some of them
Wow.
were so crazy. There was like a race of like cactus people.
Eh,
Yeah, there were some insane races. They had a lot of fun. But pretty much anything and everything you could think of, they had as a race in Pathfinder. They weren't quite the most official, but they were more official than just regular homebrew because they were actually made by the company. But most of them were like kind of treated like kind of humorously.
right.
Well, I want to play Cactus Folk. Okay, Arcanon, are you ready? For the-
Yes.
All right. With the party's go ahead, Auckland will begin the ritual. Come on, map. Do the cool map thing I was preparing. There we go. All right, starts calling out in Giantish. Spencer, go ahead and roll a religion check. The rest of you
Religion. I'm good at this.
see her chanting and waving her weapon in the around. Spencer, it's a very cool ritual. Lots of lightning. It's jumping between, at first it's jumping between the different stones, and then there's more lightning, and finally forms a cage at the end with an opening in the bottom. As the ritual is going on, you guys hear someone calling out in Giant. I guess this is just for Spencer. I'll whisper it to him.
Eh, Spencer just grins. As I am.
Okay. There's that message.
I hear that from the storm.
A storm, a voice crying out from the storm.
I'll just shout to the rest. I'll just shout out kind of above the winds, or as much as I can above the winds. Be like, "All right, it sounds like it's angry."
Right. With that, giant materializes. Everyone roll initiative
And
as
my
the battle
weapon
begins in
appears
earnest.
here.
Please don't. I actually don't want to be first. Okay, there's no way I'm first.
Trying to find my initiative. There we go.
Hey, another 3.
Please,
Uh,
please.
I had said that I was turning large on as once I saw the giant. Is that something that I can do now?
Yes.
All right, I'm big now.
And my
Wait,
spiritual
We
weapon
can't
is
kill someone named Stormy though. That's a little.
Stormy, that's a storm giant. Shannon, 1 second. You might have extra. Did we
Yeah, I
ever pick?
might.
Let me check your feats really quick.
My feats are
You
keen
did it.
mind.
Sorry, yeah.
My feats are keen mind, observant, and prodigy. I don't think I have any.
Okay, yeah, you did not pick alert. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Cool, so that is your amount.
Maybe I
Or
should
am
have picked her.
I?
That would have made more sense. But,
Oh, so you should be able to type in Shannon your amount over on the thing that popped up on the left.
oh. I see.
At 18. Raul, let me grab your spiritual weapon. Should appear next to you when Roll20 feels like cooperating. Yeah, there it is.
Whoops.
And I'll give you control.
I also got a 12, by the way. I don't know if Stormy the Storm Giant goes before or after me, though. I have a +2 on my modifier.
I'll be going. Oh, go ahead and roll another d20 to break that tie.
Well.
Oh.
Okay, Brittany, there's your spiritual weapon. You can place it where you like within range of the spell.
Where is it?
It's right next to you.
Pat,
Okay,
you go
Arcana,
before
looks
the
like you'll
giant.
be going
That
first.
is so hard to see. Let's give you a glow.
And rolling for Arv. +2. Okay. $16. All right, so those of you who set up a reaction can perform it now.
All right, I'm large. That's it. That was my only reaction.
Can I shoot it as a reaction?
Yeah, you can take the. Sorry, my brain. You can prepare an action and use it as a reaction by spending an action on your turn to take the ready action. So the ready
So we had-
action is taking an action on your turn to take one later as a reaction during the round.
Okay, I didn't know that, but let's assume I would have done that by now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So I guess I'll go ahead and shoot at, let's see what's going on here. Stormy the Storm Giant.
Ormy the Storm Giant.
I will shoot it with my short bow. And I
Alright,
have.
roll.
Do I get a bonus action with a reaction or no?
You
Nope.
do not. You'll be able to take another action on your turn, and you'll be able to do things then. So
So
unless you have
I
something
probably
giving
have
you advantage, you'll have
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Well, I have
That's right.
steady aim, but that uses a bonus action. So
That's right.
I'm rolling with disadvantage.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
I'm going to do the same with Arv. I'm going to have him attack with Guiding Bolt. Actually, if he hits it with a Guiding Bolt, that will give you advantage. Misses.
Oh, I got a 17 and an 18 plus 6, so it'll be 24. Or, sorry, 23.
All right, 23. Yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
I would hope it hits. Alright,
You won't have sneak attack damage on this one, but you may in the future.
okay. So it'll be 1d6 plus 2. It's not gonna be much, but... Seven.
It's a start.
All right. 7 damage and drawing the attention of the giant. Maybe.
Why didn't I
Alright,
get
with
sneak
that,
attack? I was in hiding.
no, you'd have to take the hide action to do that, and there would be a stealth roll involved.
But I did take the hide action earlier.
It's true. I guess while you guys were having the preparation.
Well,
Yeah.
so here's the thing: is that what that would have done is it would have made it so that you didn't have disadvantage. But to take sneak attack, I believe you need to have advantage unless you have your thing up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay.
At least from what I can read.
Alright. We'll
So
begin
that
with
would
the storm,
yeah. Sorry. Okay.
storm giant's lair action. It will do that from itself. It will be creating a thick fog that is heavily obscured. So things inside this fog will be effectively blind until something is done about this fog. Okay. Around there. Oh, let's make that a little bit darker. Come on, darker, I said.
Arga.
All right. Everything in there is heavily obscured, so you're effectively blind to it. Meaning you'll have disadvantage on attack rolls against this giant. Very tricky. Raoul, it is your turn.
Oh my goodness, I rolled high on something? I could have been
Yeah.
You're
preparing
the
this
highest
whole
roller.
time. I am a fool. Anyway, since I got my spiritual weapon here already, we're going to deal with that first. And we're going to bonus action move that boy. Is it 30? Yeah.
Into the fog.
Fog. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to that part. So, is it just hard to see, or is it, um,
It's heavily obscured, so you're effectively blind.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and take my character from my other campaign and use him as the center of this fog. And then move the giant to the secret lair.
okay.
Double secret layer.
Well, can
So
I
wait,
try to move my sword where I last saw the giant?
Sure.
Okay. I want to move it here.
Hmm.
Actually, let me see. Be able to see for this. Oh, I can only move it 20 feet anyway. Okay, can I swing in that area and not hit anything? I want to swing it forward.
Directly south?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
At disadvantage because it's blinded or whatever?
I was actually considering that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
Disadvantage.
Because it's just an attack roll.
Wait,
how are you able to see inside that?
I'm not, I'm just blindly guessing like I did with Flea.
Oh.
20-something. 25.
20-something. It's a miss.
Oh, actually it's disadvantage. Okay. Then I will... does this fog seem magical?
It is such magical fog.
Okay, well then I'm gonna... 120 feet. I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on the fog.
What?
Look, guys, I was useful!
You...
I was useful, guys!
Yeah.
Oh
Good
my
job!
goodness!
I
don't
can't
believe
believe
it.
how...
Yes!
Wait, what did you cast there?
Dispel Magic on the
Dispel
fog.
Dispel
Hey.
magic.
Yeah! That's all I'll be doing this whole
Ah,
flight,
Get
guys.
about, baby.
My work here is done. That's it. There's nothing else that's gonna
Alright.
come from me.
There's nothing else you
Yeah.
can do.
I think that's all I can do. I'm gonna stay here.
Alright, Arv will fire off with a guiding bolt again. And look, he doesn't have to roll with disadvantage and be totally blinded. Thanks, Raoul. That's a hit even. Look at
Playing
that.
the support class like I'm supposed to as a cleric.
Oh my gosh, kill me, please.
That's 10 radiant damage with guiding bolt, and also let me check to make sure I don't have this wrong because it's important. The next attack roll made against the target has advantage. Cool. That's it for Arv. Erwin, it's your turn.
Well, you have advantage, which means you can get sneak attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak attack this mofo. Which entails what again?
You just make an attack with advantage.
It does a whole bunch of extra damage. However, because of the winds I've mentioned earlier, that imposes disadvantage and the two cancel each other out. So
that's actually.
So Shannon, I actually
for
recommend doing
sharpshooting-
your I actually recommend doing your insight thing first because that lasts for a whole minute, which is 10 rounds. And that one, as long as you don't have disadvantage, you get sneak attack bonus.
Cool.
So you could should pretty much ignore the wind that way.
I'll do insightful fighting. I'll make an insight check against the giant.
Okay. I'm pulling up your sheet, but does it say what the DC is?
They make a deception check.
I see. All right, I will do that in secret.
All right, so I'll do the insight check.
Yep.
15.
All right. You got a 15, and the giant got 23.
Dang it.
Oh.
Sadness. Okay, so I can only do a regular attack.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Can you do that next turn though?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll check, but I'll go ahead and do your attack roll, and I'll check. 'Cause sneak
It
attack
looks
only
like
has
yes,
damage.
but
Oh,
yeah.
good.
I'm going to do. I'm going to use my circlet of blasting and do scorching ray.
All right.
Um,
According to the item, you get +5 for each attack. It's up to you.
Okay.
You can roll one attack and have it count for all three, or you can take them individually.
I guess I'll take them individually.
Okay, make 3 attack rolls with +5.
Each with +5. Okay. So it's 1d20 plus 4 plus 5.
3d20 plus 5. The bonus comes purely from the item.
D20 plus
Some,
5.
some magic items use your attack roll for spells, and others have their own. This is one of the latter.
Okay, I got an 8 and 1 and a 3.
That's 5. 13, an automatic miss, and an 8. You hit once.
Okay, so it hits for 2d6, right?
Yes, roll 2d6 fire damage.
Okay. Got an 8.
All right. Shot it with a mote of fire emerging from the circlet on your head. 2 of them went long, but one of them struck true and did a little fire damage. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I think I used my bonus action already.
Yeah, insightful fighting is a bonus action.
Okay.
You still have your movement.
Oh, I don't think I want to move.
You are close to the cliff.
I have wings.
Very good. All right.
I guess, is there
Uh,
fog I can sort of move and obscure myself in, or would that be another action? Like up
that would
above,
be the
like in the clouds?
like flying upwards.
Yeah.
Important consideration.
Lightning.
Yeah, you did remember. It is dangerous up there with the lightning. However, with the giant down here, maybe it's safer.
I'll
If
chill
you
where
would
I
like to.
am. For now.
Okay. It is Stormy the Storm Giant's turn.
No.
A female giant standing some 30 feet tall looks at all of you with judgment and calls out in common, says, "Begone, infidels,
Oh.
short-sighted mortals." And with that, it takes to the sky.
Ooh.
How does it take to the sky?
By flying.
Ah, wait, hold on.
You need
Um,
to hold on.
Is that a spell that it's casting? Or
Nope.
can it just fly?
It can just fly.
Oh, okay.
If you
Never
wanna-
mind then.
If you want to waste a counter spell, go ahead though.
No, I'm good.
All right.
The Stormy the
Hmm.
Storm Giant's turn, Brittany. No.
All
Not
right.
for quite a
We're going to
while.
look around. Who poses the greatest threat? Oh, perfect. Okay, so in D&D, there are 2 monsters that can do this, and this is one of them. So it's going to survey the surrounding area. And it sees Merwin there, who has heard it once, and Spencer, who has made himself a target by being big. And it's going
Yep.
to summon two wind javelins and toss them at both of you unerringly.
Very rude. Honestly, kind of a jerk move.
Unerringly, meaning I don't get to dodge.
These attacks are undodgeable.
Oh, jeez.
What about uncanny dodge?
They are undodgeable.
Oh, dang it.
Along with the magic missile spell and one other monster, this particular monster is one of the only ones who can do something like this. So here's your damage.
Wait, who are you using it against?
Erwin's taking 20, and Spencer is taking 22. This is piercing damage, magical piercing.
Magical piercing.
As it summons the wind into tiny tornadoes, they go towards you and drill into your bodies.
Am I not still hidden, or can it just see me because of the being in the air?
I suppose we should talk about what being hidden means. Because it's not simple, I actually had to do an awful lot of research to figure out how this works. Okay, so if you're behind something it can't see through, then you're hidden. But otherwise, you have to take the hide action to try to hide. Most creatures have to take their full action to do this. Rogues have, what's it called? They can do it as a bonus action.
Mhm.
When you do that, you make a stealth check, and if it succeeds against the creature's perception, then you're hidden, and that gives you some bonuses, especially for sneak attack and things like that. It makes it so it doesn't know where you are, things like that. You can have advantage on the stealth check if you're lightly obscured through like a little bit of darkness or hiding in bushes, things like that.
I thought we
Things like that.
established that I hid myself before the battle began, but is that just not true anymore because it's in the air?
Now you
So
revealed yourself when you attack.
after
Okay.
taking the hide action, any action or spell will reveal your location.
Okay, that
Most
makes
actions and spells.
cool.
Unless you pick up the Skulker feat. But yeah, so attacking reveals your position and you'll have to hide again. This is easy for rogues because they can keep doing it as a bonus action, but you will need to
Mhm.
keep spending your bonus action to hide.
Okay.
Also, you can't hide if the creature can see you clearly. You need to have something obscuring you. To answer your question before, I gave it some thought, and I'm saying that there's no clouds up here because of the tornado that's going on.
Uh,
You can hide behind rocks or create obscurement of other kinds with spells or abilities. So maybe your teammates will help you out with that.
okay.
Okay, that's Stormy's turn. 50 feet in the air now and tossing unerring lightning javelins at people. It is now Arcanon's turn.
Ah, 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 Uh, um, the Great Arcanon, probably the
Hmm.
coolest guy in the history of mankind.
Which is saying something because he's a tiefling. He's not even a man.
Exactly.
All those women he charmed in the city thought he was pretty manly. Anyway,
He is kind of
what are you doing, Arcanon?
manly. Well, if we're in an icy mountain, I'm wondering that fireball could be good, or honestly, it could also be really bad. um, what if like the fireball just melts the side, like, or creates some kind of avalanche?
Don't say it out
but
loud and give William ideas.
Oh, so many ideas.
It's too late. Too late. Rao's gonna fall off the face of the earth from another fireball from Arcanon. Oh, it's been good, guys.
Been good.
kill me. Oh man, what do I want? There's like 2 spells I'm thinking of using here. It might be weak to fireball, so I'm gonna throw a fireball. Can I throw a fireball without it hitting my teammates, though?
Don't you want to wait until
Yeah.
I'm standing in front of you?
I really do. I could be waiting, a while.
It's at 50 feet in the air, so it
Oh,
should
duh,
have
I
no
actually-
risk of hitting them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll for damage, and I'll have it roll that dex save.
Roll that dex save. It's just gonna be a 3rd level one. Nothing fancy.
Not breaking out the big guns, you level 15 sorcerer.
Not yet. Only 28. Oh, baby damage.
All right, it rolled a 12.
Oh, 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 oh.
So it takes the full damage.
28. Dammy. And let me roll wild magic. Come on, wild magic. Let's see. Man, these 2s coming in hot
These
every time.
2s.
All
I
right.
feel like once it happens, it's not going to be the unicorn thing like last time.
It
It
has
has
happened
happened once
What
So-
happened?
so far.
It
It wasn't anything that cool.
He gets to choose between 2 options.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what happened. I've only had it once in this campaign so far. It wasn't that. Both the options weren't that. They weren't bad options though. They just didn't help a lot.
All right. Will that be all?
I want to move right here.
All right. Stormy is going to use legendary action
Come
for
on,
immediate
Stormy.
Wait.
retribution.
Didn't Stormy already spear me?
Yeah.
Legendary actions can happen anytime.
And you also get multiple
Yeah.
legendary actions.
They're annoying.
I'm
Per
just
round.
I guess she went before Arcanon on accident then, but that's fine. I was just looking over at the turn order,
That's true.
and I
Yes,
got confused, but it's totally fine. But
Yeah, Stormy went right before me.
yeah, but she shouldn't
Right.
have. Is the thing,
Oh,
which is why I got confused. But it's totally fine. I just got confused.
All right.
gotcha.
We would have been able to pull off the fireball in any case. Anyway, however, I will have it do a legendary action. As Arcanon, it looks down at you after you shot it with the fireball, and you just feel this judgment come upon you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
My legendary action is I'm judging you. Like, not in a mystical way. Like, I just disapprove of your action. Sorry.
I'm not mad. I'm
Um,
disappointed.
Summons up a mighty thunderbolt.
Is this one that you can counterspell or not?
It does. No, it's not a spell.
Well, William, what if I said I didn't like you very much?
You'll be fine. You'll be okay.
For
Okay.
making my girlfriend an assassin.
I can't believe never lose that. You said dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
My amazing dexterity, but
18. You
Come.
pass.
I was gonna say if that doesn't
Oh,
pass, I'll cry.
you'll take 10 thunder damage as it summons
Thunder.
a mighty thunderbolt. And thunder is the sound, but ignore that because that's what it says in the stat block. And it throws the sound down at you,
And that's pretty sick, if we're being honest.
blasting your eardrums. Like, only 10 thunder. Okay, now it is Spencer's turn.
All right. Well, the fact that she's like 50 feet up in the air is going to be a problem. I'm still going to run up as close as I can get. I am large. I don't think this is the case, but if I were to raise my sword as high as I could, would the tip be within 15 feet of her?
You are 10 feet tall, and your sword, I guess, would be twice as long now. So 10 feet sword, I guess, because it's a great sword, which means you're a whole 30 feet short.
Okay. Well, I'm going to shout to one of the casters and be like, if possible, get me up to her. And I'm going to go ahead and activate my frost rune for now. I don't know. I don't think any of them prepared anything, unless I don't know if like I can be teleported or whatever. I'm gonna ask. Actually, in this amount of time, I'll ask Arcanon. Can you teleport me up to her?
And Archon says, well, I could certainly try.
I was gonna say, don't recommend that.
I'm fine. It's just 50 feet in the air. It's fine. All right. After he says that, I will go ahead and ready a sword swing at her if I get within range to swing at her, either by teleportation or by her coming down to me. But that's all I'm going to do. That is my bonus action, my action.
All right. There we are. The giant's turn. The giant will pass its turn, continuing the ritual to force the giant to remain in corporeal form. Which takes us to the top of the round. I didn't roll for Hephaestus last time, and Hephaestus is a big boy now, and he wants to be up with the big boys.
Oh, he
So,
can.
I will manage him. 60-foot flight. Okay. 1, 2, 10, 20, 30.
Oh yeah, he can fly now. Get it, bro?
Go here, and he will be 30 feet in the air. Pythagorean theorem.
Just pretend it doesn't exist. This is a flat game board.
Math isn't real.
That's right.
15-foot cone.
A squared plus
Can
B
he
squared.
blast it with a fire breath?
I've never needed to use that math in my psychological job, which means it's useless.
Yeah, okay. Even looking at it a little, he's still not within range to get near, and he's not going to dash because he wants to be. Doesn't want to be that close to the giant yet.
Because he's not an idiot.
Okay. And it's the layer action.
You could just skip that, I think.
Nope, I'm totally doing it.
Are you sure you don't want to skip it? Got so many things to juggle right now,
sure.
you know?
Raoul, this is particularly bad for you.
No!
Alright, suddenly there's
Got
a
him.
great burst. There's a great burst of wind, and Arcanon and Raoul It's coming up from the southeast there and blasting you both. Go ahead and both roll strength saving throws or be
Okay.
tossed by the wind.
Don't
Make me roll strength.
What's that? Especially roll strength?
Always roll strength. I heard.
Can I like put my body close to the ground and like grip the
Yeah.
ground, or no? Because it's not my turn.
Because of that thing, you have advantage on this check.
Oh yeah. Strength, you said?
Strength.
Well,
Well,
not, doesn't ever
Good
matter.
thing you had advantage.
Taiki hates me.
That is advantage. 1, 2. Okay, Arcanine, you're pushed over here.
whatever.
Mere 15 feet. More
What?
serious for Raoul.
Oh,
1,
guys.
2, 3. We're brought to the brink.
Ah.
Uh,
Okay.
and Raoul, you're pightened up here, right? You got 50 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like an idiot.
Because Stormy here is going to use a legendary action to push you again.
Oh.
So make another strength save with the same bonus.
Well,
Well.
14.
It's a failure, and you, Raoul, are tumbling off the side.
Oh. 20 feet down until I get.
Last two. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're out here. Rope swings you down here.
Oh my goodness. Ah.
Do you have anything? Do you have anything for stopping you being tetherballed into the side of the cliff?
Oof. Man, I doubt it, but let me check. Nope.
Wait. I just realized
so Raul is being
I am
falling off?
flying off, blown off the side
Uh-oh.
because it would be
He
him.
was tossed off the side of the cliff. However, the Python is attaching him there. So instead of falling to his death,
Just got
Like
smacking
slams
into
against
the
the
side of the
side.
cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Merwin.
Okay.
You're so welcome.
Anyway, there's your bludgeoning damage
That's
from hitting the
okay.
side, and
That's fine.
that's the end of that. It's
That's
not actually
fine.
too terrible. And that's the end of that, meaning it is now your turn.
Great. How far down am I?
20 feet.
Okay. 20 feet. Good.
Is it so windy that it's like you can't even hear any? Like, is it just making so much noise that, like, if I try to yell towards Raul, like, would Raul be able to hear it at all?
Be able to hear it, yeah.
I'd be like, Raul, you okay?
I'm fine. See, you guys will see him crawl back up 20 feet, and press his back against the stone right here. And what can I hit her back with? Does it seem like she needs to be able to see people to blast effectively? Or is she just
Go ahead
willy-nilly?
and roll. Go ahead and roll insight, I guess.
Okay.
I guess that might be Arcana. I don't know.
Oh,
Insight is
Rao,
fine.
can't you roll any higher?
As far as you can tell, she doesn't need to be able to look at you to do it.
Okay. But she's obviously like choosing people to blast, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'd rather her be able to pick people, I guess, instead of randomly doing it and blasting someone else. Okay. So that's useless. And we're gonna... Who's wounded? And is it by a lot?
I'm wounded. Spencer's wounded. I squishy though.
Okay.
Looks like everyone has taken some damage, except for Arv.
I don't think I can reach you. You guys could go like one more round. You got this. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
First level?
Yeah, we'll do that.
It's a miss!
I guess I'll inch my spiritual weapon up that way too. It's now 15 feet in the air. I moved it a little diagonal too, and I'm not doing real math. 15 feet. And my turn is over.
Alright. Arv will go. Doing the same thing I keep having him do, and it's a hit. And here's some more damage. And whoever attacks next has advantage on the attack. Unless they have disadvantage, in which case it's just regular. That's you, Merwin.
All right.
Yeah,
I
imagine
am
hitting with your
going to.
You have a precious bonus action. You can use it for insightful fighting. You can use it to try to hide. You can use it to dash, actually.
I think I'm going to use my bonus action for insightful hiding, and I'm going to hide. So whoever's after me can have that advantage.
All right, very good.
So I need to roll an insight check.
Yes, and I'll have the giant roll deception again.
Okay.
In secret.
Let's hope one of us can.
And I got a 6. All right. Your insightful fighting is now active. Meaning, you don't need to have advantage on the attack roll. To use your sneak attack.
Can I still do an action? No, I hid.
Yeah, you haven't. You can decide not to hide.
Am I within 80 feet of the giant?
Without doing mathing, yes.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to hide. And wait for next turn to attack.
All right. Go ahead and make a stealth check. I'm going to roll its perception check in secret, for secret reasons. Or just to raise the tension.
24.
We're so stealthy. Okay, I made its roll. See how it goes. Arcanon, it is your turn.
The most powerful man.
Tarsus
Spencer...
isn't here.
Wait, does Spencer still want me to teleport him upwards?
Yes, he does. He is so ready for this.
All right. Well, I guess I will grab on to Spencer and use Dimension Door above
You can be
Stormy.
immediately above.
Immediately above.
All right. You
I
guys
mean,
are
I
above
guess
the
we'll
giant,
say like 10 feet above. How's
10
that?
feet above.
This may have not been the best plan, but
No, it's the best plan.
All right, there you are.
within 10 feet, I'm going to use my attack.
Arcanon, will you do anything else? Bonus action?
What can I even do? I mean, I could quicken it, so that I can get a cantrip out. Sure, we're gonna quicken it. We're gonna quicken it. Do the old quickerooski. And then when I'm 10 feet above, as like right before I kind of fall into, super close range, I'm gonna firebolt him.
Her, and go ahead.
Her, I
Make the
mean.
attack roll.
Here comes big boy attack. The biggest attack of them all. Critical hit. We already know. Well, it's a 22 hit regardless.
That'll hit.
You also technically have advantage on that unless I struck first, but I kind of have to get a little bit closer. So as I'm falling.
I guess you can roll again in case you want to try for a crit.
We always want to try. Well,
All right, well, go ahead and roll your damage.
don't mind if I do. Not the best, but 10 damage. What can I say?
Really quick, William, do I get a? So I readied an attack if I got in range with her. Does this count as becoming within range of her?
You're 10 feet above. Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead and make that attack then. All
16.
right, 16 hits.
All right, so it's going to be.
For some reason, I keep on thinking Spencer's a paladin. So I'm
Okay.
expecting like 3,000 smite damage.
Oh wait, I have to roll
Wild
magic again.
Oh! Roll on the table.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up.
All right, really quick, while he's doing that, because I got this attack off anyway, I'm going to invoke a rune that this giant. Now, I guess this is I'm going to use it anyway, but this giant is going to have to make a DC 17 Strength saving throw.
Who ever heard of a
Or-
giant being super strong?
Not me.
It's impossible.
Right, so this, as Raul said, this is where we all die. Here we go. So I'm gonna roll twice, and I get to pick either one. 33.
Okay, shoot back. Nothing happens.
33 and 78. Okay.
I think if you roll a 1 on the wild magic table, nothing happens.
Oh no! Oh, this isn't. Oh no, that's bad. But oh no, which one do I pick?
Oh no. Oh no.
There's one where if I pick this one, I have to make a saving throw, and if I succeed, I become extremely powerful for the next like 10 rounds. Like
Come on,
extremely
that's
powerful.
obviously the one that
But if I
Arcanon would
fail-
pick.
If I fail, I become literally useless for the next 10 rounds.
Correct.
Wait, what? Hold on. How does this? Okay, give me 1 second. This is a little weird on how this works.
33.
1 second.
33 only works on one spell.
Yeah, but 78. If I pass that, oh, that's you know what I could become.
Yeah, I know exactly what you'd become. Because everyone likes the big option, right?
Oh. Um. I have to make. No, I don't think. I think the second option's too risky because it requires a Wisdom saving throw, and I have to pass a 21 DC, and my
We
Wisdom.
all know that
sucks.
Arcanon is not very wise.
Is there anything that can even help me pass it? Hold on.
I want
He just
I want
teleported
Curtis
one
to play
giant
like a
onto another
character.
giant. This is a foolproof plan.
I want to see Curtis play a character who's wise, and I want to see Brittany play a character who's optimistic.
You want to see me play a character who's lawful? I tried it. It's awful.
I'm playing a really
Daniel-
rude lawful monk, and it's actually kind of fun. You gotta tweak it the perfect way.
Danny, what character would you never play?
I told
I don't
Brittany I
have-
would never. Oh, sorry.
I don't have a character I wouldn't play, honestly. Like, maybe.
Yeah, Danny jumps around quite a bit.
I would never play. There's two classes I would never play. One is a ranger. I would never play a ranger. I find them incredibly boring.
They might be better in 1D&D, but until then, no.
Tasha's Ranger is
They
actually
won't
pretty good.
be.
I need to read Tasha's Ranger. I have not updated myself on Tasha's
Also,
Ranger.
Esorvier's optimistic. Thank you very much.
And Brittany, what did I say was the other class I would never play?
Druid?
Druid. I would never play. But that's wrong because I could actually see myself playing a druid, but it's like the last class I would ever play. Anyway, William, as much as I really, really, really want to do the second option, I have like because the DC's 21 and because I have 0 in wisdom, it's a disaster waiting for happen. So you know what? We're doing the second option. I don't care.
Feel a tremendous surge of power build up in your body, and you know that your next spell.
No, that's not the one I'm doing, William. I'm doing the bad decision one because it'll be
doing
funny.
the bad decision.
If this affects Ral in any negative way, he will probably have to
it's
kill
only
you.
going to affect me. Hold on, I'm gonna give myself Ben luck on this though. Oh.
I don't have anything for you.
Oh man, I don't even. Okay, well, we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens.
Oh, I forgot.
During the token.
I'm gonna
I'm
probably
giant,
have to use
so-
Tides of Chaos and Lucky on this roll. So.
Sorry, William. That's extra damage from being giant that I dealt to Stormy.
Okay, I'll see it in a second.
Okay, don't worry. We're doing Tides of Chaos, so We rolling that. Okay, don't worry. We're doing lucky. We're doing lucky. Okay, it hit
Well-
the dice. No, that's cheating.
You gave
Okay,
yourself
okay.
3 tries on
well,
this.
unfortunately, you
I'm-
see Arcanon kind of bounce off the giant, and then you kind of see him about to hit the ground, and then you just actually see a puff of smoke, and then after the puff of smoke clears, you just see a sheep. A sheep with
Stop it.
similar looking horns to Arcanon's horns. Kind of just bawing. There.
Oh no.
Arcanon is now a sheep.
Oh.
Good news for when you hit the ground, and also bad news, you're going to hit the ground.
Can Dispel Magic fix that? I wonder as he falls to the ground?
Well, here's the thing, William. I'm gonna take damage when I fall to the ground. Isn't that just gonna take away the polymorph?
Yeah, but then you take the rest of it. Okay.
Well,
there's no official sheep stats, so I'm using a goat, which has 4 hit points.
okay.
Okay. You're falling from 60 feet. So
I mean, I would try to grab on as Arcanon, but obviously I would then turn into a sheep and would not be able to really grab on.
Oh!
take 35 bludgeoning damage from impacting the ground.
That's okay. No worries. I should have honestly picking the other option is the smarter choice. I would have done my next turn would have been big damage, but I had a chance of like pretty much turning into like a challenge rating 15 beast.
Curtis, did you were 60 feet in the air?
Yes.
You would have had to cut your rope to get that high.
He probably would have actually
I
teleported out of the tether.
I would have teleported
Yeah,
out of it.
Teleported
okay,
out of
okay.
tether, which means Arcanon has no tether.
Yeah, that's not
Hey,
good.
Arcanon, you have another problem because this giant's still mad at you. Make a
No,
dex save.
he's not mad at me. No one's
You
ever mad at
misgendered her
me.
a second time. She's so mad at you.
I'm gonna keep misgendering. Hey, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, you actually succeeded. So take half of this. That's rounding down, so 10 under damage.
I might need a little bit of help.
Kind of help you need. none can give
Sorcerers
you.
should stay far away from the action.
Well,
Look, Spencer made me do this.
I made him do this.
All right, Spencer, you're above the giant, and you have her attention. So she's going to make 2 attacks, summoning lightning swords and striking with both of them at you.
Cool. Any saves, or do I just take the damage?
It's attack rolls. These ones actually do have attack rolls.
Oh, okay.
So 21 and 19.
My AC is 19, so I believe they both hit.
Okay. This is a lot. This is a lot.
Hey, Cleric, what do you think about healing your good old friend?
What do you think about staying close enough to
think-
me so I can heal you?
I think this is the most dice I have ever rolled.
I thought we were friends.
Wow.
Take 84 lightning damage as it strikes you with the swords.
Come on, guys. I don't have that much good healing spells.
Do you have
Real
life
life
transference?
transference.
Yeah.
Actually,
Actually, do I have that one? I have
no,
one.
No,
Brittany.
Brittany.
All I'm
saying
saying
is, if you heal me, it'll go a lot more.
Listen, I'm trying to heal everyone, okay?
just
Just heal
I'm
me.
the
I'm
I
the
most
most
can't
important.
reach you.
Nah,
I can't reach you.
The giant's also going to fly above Spencer, just above him, to the altitude of 70 feet.
Do something, Hephaestus.
Imagine my spiritual weapon that I actually prepared being useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I
All
try
right,
to grab
Spencer, it
onto her
is-
as she's passing?
Yes. I'll count it as a grapple. Are you okay with that?
Sure.
Okay. Make your grapple attempt.
So that's just that's just a modified attack roll based on strength.
Why do I keep forgetting this? I know why, because I got a million things to remember. It's an athletics check. For you, it's just an athletics check. For them, they get to decide athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
Okay.
And athletics. Okay.
The giant got 18 on their athletics.
I almost got 18 on my athletics. I got 11, not even close. But
You can attempt a second time if you have a second attack, which I think you do.
I actually do have a second attack.
Will you do so? Or will you?
Yeah, I mean, might as well. Otherwise, I'm falling to my death anyway. So
All right, the giant got 28.
I got 21.
Okay. No grapple for you. You have other options.
Do I have other options? Of course, I have other options. You know what? Action surge. Doing it again. Doing it 2 more times.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Giant rolls 16.
I'm just gonna roll. Okay.
Because if you succeed on one, you'll be able to. Oh, 25. You'll finally grapple the giant.
I am grinning and laughing and almost dead.
I
I
am
am
not doing all of those, but
but
also
almost
dead.
All right. So
Gotcha.
so I do get one last attack.
Yeah, you'll be able to attempt an attack. No advantage or anything. Grapple just means it can't move.
No.
If you weren't big right now, it would be impossible to grapple this thing. But 13 is a hit, so roll for damage.
Okay. Do. And then 1 second. 1, 2, 3. So count this so far as 14, and I'm re-rolling the 1s and 2s. That's
Okay.
3d6. So I said 14. That's much better.
There you go.
16. My mind is reeling.
30.
30 altogether. Wow.
From 1 hit. Yeah.
That's quite the
And
get.
then
Iron Fighter's great. Anyway.
Okay. But I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action to regain 1d10 plus 10 hit points because this is bad. Hey!
Woo!
Maximum.
She's still grappled.
Still grappled, yes.
I'm grappling the giant in the air somehow. Don't ask questions. It's fine.
Spence, well, I imagine you're holding onto her ankle or something. Him being within 5 feet will give Merwin sneak attack.
Yeah, except for
However,
the giant's incapacitated.
it is not.
Oh, it's not?
It
Okay.
is only grappled.
It might be restrained as it, but even then it's flying, so I'm imagining it can still move. So
Sweet.
The
hard to
grappling
tell.
rules are
Anyway,
something else I could write a novel about. However, you do have a problem, Spencer, because it's going to spend its final legendary action this round trying to get you off with another gust of wind. Roll a strength save.
it's almost like I planned for this. Plus 20.
20 succeeds.
Good job.
So you are not pushed. All right. With that, it's Auckland's turn. Auckland will keep doing her thing. And that's the end of the round, and I think the end of the session. You guys are doing so good. I mean, 2 of you are mostly dead, but
Don't
Don't
worry,
worry,
if
Festus is gonna go.
You're
You're gonna
next
next
week,
week,
top of
top of the round, you're gonna see Festus use his breath attack.